Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's about 9:15, and we've got a soaker in progress. The rain started this afternoon, and it's gotten pretty heavy this evening, and we got some pretty strong winds too. You can see plenty of yellows on the map across Long Island, New Jersey, the whole metro area, and you can see this whole system here. If you go further north, way up north, there is snow and thunderstorms. If you go down south, you can see there's a line there. But you can see the tropical feed from this storm coming all the way up the coast there, and that's what's enhancing the rainfall. Looking at our current observations outside right now, you can see temperatures have risen quite a bit. On Long Island, we're in the upper 40s to around 50, and you can see New Jersey is already in the mid-50s, the southern part of it. The southern part of it is. Further north, it's in the 40s, and if you go into Sussex, where there are winter weather advisories, they're still in the 30s, and they're not dealing with the LLJ at all. But we are here on Long Island. So take a look at islip right now, 48 degrees, dew point 48, southeast wind at 22 gusting to 28. And you see how the temperatures have risen throughout the day earlier on. You could see it was cooler. It was cooler for sure and less humid as well. But you see we were above freezing for pretty much the whole day. So no snow reported here, as you see here looking at this. The temperatures did drop when the rain started a little bit, but then the temperatures started rising again. And you can see when the LLJ kicked in, the temperatures really shot up, and the temperatures are much warmer now than they were before. So looking at, we're not even going to look at the amount. I guess we could look at the amount of rain that has fallen so far. Do a 12-hour precipitation here, and you'll see it looks like a half an inch in a lot of areas here. Generally roughly around a half an inch of rain, but we got way more to go, plenty more to go. As far as lightning, none being reported right now, but I still wouldn't be surprised if there's a thunderstorm out there. Looking at the satellite, you can see here all these clouds that we got over us right now. This is all part of the system. Again, this big system here, we'll go to the Conant's view and show it to you right here. Big low pressure system here. You can see that. Look at that tropical feed. It's going all the way from the Gulf of Mexico. Clearly see that. I don't need to point that out to you. It's pretty obvious. Looking at the weather service, there was only a slight trace of snow at Central Park today, which means that, you read this correctly, that the record will stand. The record will not stand, I should say. The National Weather Service has confirmed that only a trace of snow has been recorded at Central Park. The changeover to rain has taken place. No measurable snow is expected. January 29th, 1973 was the latest first measurable snowfall of the winter season at Central Park with 1.8 inches since record began in 1869. If no measurable snow is recorded through January 29th, this will replace the current record. So there you go. The only areas that got snow and were very light is way up there. So, let's see. Essex, Livingston, and New Jersey got 0.3, 1.6 at Pine Bush, Orange County. You have to go way up there. Rockland County only 0.6, Ossining 0.5, and it's all gone now with the rain, obviously. Here's another look at the radar. Again, you see all that yellow over us. That means we're dealing with heavy rain, and that will continue for at least 2 to 3 more hours of this soaking that we got going on right now, courtesy of this low pressure system right here and the tropical feed LLJ that's coming up from it. You'll see it's going to eventually move on out of here by tomorrow morning, and we will get into dry weather into the weekend, and it does not look like we will see any snowfall. This is all through the 30th here. No snow. So it looks like Central Park will set a new record this year for the latest snowfall. We still don't know when that measurable snowfall will occur right now. So let's go to the HRRR rapid update model first. 0Z run here. And looking at, you see, the rain continues tonight. See, it's going to continue probably through after midnight, you see. And it looks like it's going to linger around now. And so maybe if you're getting going before 6 o'clock, you may still be dealing with a little bit of rain. And then the rain will be out of here. And we will have drier weather, but you can see those tight isobars means wind. So the wind we're dealing with tonight will swing around to the west tomorrow, and we'll be dealing with gusty west to northwest winds tomorrow, though the air it brings will not be all that cold. And here we are all the way through Friday. Maybe a couple of spotty sprinkles showing up later Friday. Now, Friday was supposed to be a clear day, but looks like a short wave may come through and mess that up. So, obviously, we know the total rainfalls. I'm not going to go over them again, but we can look at the total accumulated rainfall right here, and you'll see that 1.5 to 2 inches, a good bet for a large part of our area on the HRRR. So, let's now go look at our dew points and wind flows, and we will take a look and show you again these gusty south winds that we're getting right now. This is the LLJ, the humidity, the moisture. That's not going to go away until before sunrise. Then the winds swing around to the west, and then you see the west winds come in, and we have drier air coming in, but they will be gusty, as you see there. And then as we get into Friday, we continue with the west flow there and the drier air in place. Temperatures obviously are up there tonight. They will be rising into the 50s, and we'll probably hit our highs for Thursday after just before midnight, just after midnight, I should say, in the morning, and then temperatures will drop into the 40s and stay there pretty much. So low 40s for your Thursday, and then as far as going into Thursday night, Friday, maybe we'll get below freezing, probably around freezing, still above normal. And then here we are for Friday, where we'll have our day where I think we'll have an average high temperature for the day. If we want to go beyond that into the GFS, you'll see here, will we drop below freezing? Probably not. Showing cloud cover, because then guess what happens Saturday? We start rising to the mid to upper 40s, and then upper 40s to around 50 on Sunday with the warmer air coming in. So let's go now look at our skies, and of course, for those who want to see the sunshine, it has been so depressing lately. It really has. So we'll go look at a couple of models right now as far as the cloud cover goes, and you can see we might see the sun tomorrow for a little bit before some clouds build up in the afternoon. And then for Friday, which was supposed to be our mostly sunny day, starts off mostly sunny in the morning, but then as we get toward, I would say, early afternoon, we're going to have a cloud buildup come in, as you see there. And then Saturday, we might have some cirrus around, though it looks like it's showing a decent amount of sunshine. The cirrus comes in later in the afternoon again. So the theme here is more sun in the morning, I guess, at least on the RGEM. And that's the only cloud model I'm going to go over today. We're going to focus more on this rain again and the wind that we're dealing with, and looking at some of these observations again with the winds, because we do have some pretty strong winds out there. 30-mile-an-hour wind gust at JFK. This is all part of the low-level jet that we have going on across the area. 34 at Stony Brook. It looks like Stony Brook over there. So these winds will pick up throughout the night. We're not at the worst of the winds yet. That's why we have all these hazards in effect. We've got the wind advisory in effect, and we have the coastal flood warning in effect, and also some flood warnings as well. So what's this, a flood warning? Let's see this. Flood warning on some of these rivers right now in Connecticut right now. Heavy rainfall. So there could be some minor flooding on some of these rivers as well that we're going to see here. So all these things, these hazards are going to continue. Again, the wind advisory is until 4 a.m., and the coastal flood warning, which is in effect for the South Shore, Nassau, and Queens, is in effect from 9 p.m. this evening to 3 a.m. Thursday. 1.5 to 2.5 feet of inundation above ground level expected in vulnerable areas. So the South Shore, again, dealing with this flooding, and I have a feeling that News 12 will be all over this. I would be surprised if they're not. Yep, they sure are. They got the storm right up there, and there's their map for rainfall here that they have. Yeah, it's a rough night out there for sure. It really is a rough night, and it will continue, unfortunately. I'll look at a few more cloud models, I guess. GFS, you can see it just shows some sunshine tomorrow. GFS a little more bullish about the sun for Friday, and a little less bullish for the sun, about the sun on Saturday, and then Sunday will cloud over, and that would be our next chance of precipitation, I think. Very light precipitation here, but other than that, the record for the latest snowfall at Central Park, latest measurable snowfall in 1973 on January 29th, will be broken. this year, as we continue to wait for a measurable snowfall in New York City, as well as on Long Island and a good part of New Jersey as well. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Again, we got a soaker in progress, heavy rain tonight. There'll be lots of flooding out there. Try not to be out. It's pretty bad out there. That's going to wrap up this weather update. Have a good night.